Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. And today is a little bit of a different themed video. Although it's similar to my other video in the way that I am getting a new credit card, but it is not a fully new credit card, but I am downgrading Chase Sapphire Preffered to another product, which is the original Chase Freedom card, which is no longer available for new customers, so you cannot just apply and get this card. This card is only available as a downgrade option or the what we call product change. Um, yes, so you cannot get this as a new card. You have to have another open card, and you can product change into this Chase Freedom card. And so I just kind of wanted to record my reasoning behind why one, I downgraded it, and there were actually two downgrade options, and why I picked Chase Freedom over the other one, which is original Chase Sapphire, OG Sapphire credit card. So as always, I have the list of 5 reasons why I am downgrading Chase Sapphire Preffered. One, and the biggest reason, is the annual fee, $95. Sure, it might not be much, but if you're not getting enough value out of it, why would you keep paying $95? And the reason 2 through 4 is kind of the reason why this annual fee of $95 is not justified, in my opinion. The first one, some of the credits are hard to use. The main credits that I've been using is the $50 annual hotel credit. And although it is a credit, it's relatively easy to use. But given I live in New York and other cities I often visit is like Chicago and stuff like that, just the hotel cost is just, I wouldn't say astronomical or anything like that, but it's much higher compared to, say, 2, 3, 5 years ago. So that extra $50 doesn't do much, especially let's say I'm flying into Chicago, that's the return flight, and on top of that, I'm paying for a couple of nights worth of hotel, unless I can, convince my friend to let me stay at his place. But so yeah, and in fact, I've been holding this Chase Preffered for basically 2 years, for past 2 years. First year I did use the hotel credit. Second year I did not use hotel credit. So basically, up until this point, the average, weighted net value of the hotel credit is $25 for me. And the other one that I was kind of liked is DoorDash credit. I mean, not technically a credit. I guess technically actually is, but I didn't use it. I think it had like $8 or $10 grocery and credit, and no delivery fee or something like that. Um, but to be honest, I can just use Uber or Grubhub or something like that, and I normally don't buy groceries on DoorDash. I live in New York, as I said, and literally, if I walk a minute to each direction, I kind of hit the grocery store, which is much cheaper than ordering them on DoorDash. So yeah, technically, let's say hotel credit 25, DoorDash, I don't know, $0.05. So yeah, $95 against $20, it doesn't really cover anything. The third one is also another benefit I liked, is redemption at 1.25 on Chase Portal. This was my favorite one, but the thing for this one is in order for this 1.25 to make sense, I have to spend a bunch of money on through Chase trifecta ecosystem, and also at the same time I have to be redeeming decent amount of points, right? So annual fee is $95, and let's say the net credit for hotel and stuff like that I value it as $25. So net annual fee is $70. And in order to cover this $70 with this 0.25 extra redemption multiple, I have to redeem total value of $350. And let's say, because I'm comparing that to 1 times redemption, I times 100 to this dollar amount. This is all the UR points that I need to redeem. And let's say if I'm getting on average 2% back on my Chase environment, I have to basically spend 17k through Chase ecosystem, which is not egregious given I spend about what, like 45 excluding rent, about $45k a year on different stuff. But then out of that, obviously there are certain amount that I can funnel Chase, and inside of it the 5% categories is rotating, so it's not like I can rely on 5% that much. So yeah, I mean, some people might say, hey, you have hotel credit, you have redemption, can't you just use it together? I cannot. So yeah, overall that doesn't really make sense. So I don't think $95 are justified. Also, by downgrading, I can put more money on Freedom Flex, Freedom Unlimited, and also this new Freedom card. So overall, I'll be yielding higher multiple. And lastly, reason 5, I can always either apply for a new Sapphire Preferred, Sapphire Reserve, or I can just product change back my Freedom, the new Freedom, into CSP if I really need this 1.25 times or 1.5 Sapphire Reserve Redemption multiplier. So yeah, I'm not super worried about that bit. The one reason why this was such a big decision was that now the Chase has this new rule where you can get intro bonus for both Chase Preferred and Chase Reserve once per your lifetime. Some people online said that the lifetime might mean like 7 years because most of the credit institutions only keep the credit card on the record for 7 years after closing. But yeah, either way, I've already got that first batch of Chasefire Preferred intro bonus. So it doesn't really make sense for me to churn, right? Because not make sense. I cannot churn anymore. Originally, I was thinking I'm just gonna downgrade Chasefire Preferred to Freedom Flex or something like that. Freedom, and then get the new Chasefire Preferred, because if I consider the intro bonus, this $95 annual fee will be justified. So yeah, in terms of churning, I might just have to get new Freedom Flex or Chase Freedom Unlimited and get the bonus that way. But yeah, so those two boxes, the calculation and reason box we just went through, basically saying this $95 annual fee does not make sense. And in terms of two downgrade options, I call them, and they had one Chase Freedom, the OG Freedom, or they call it Chase Freedom with Ultimate Reward, and the other one is the original OG Sapphire. Both of them has $0 annual fee, which is great. And in terms of choosing between two, it's a no-brainer in my opinion. So the Chase Original Freedom, it's similar to Freedom Flex. It has rotating 5% quarterly category, which apparently in sync with Freedom Flex. So this basically enhances my $1,500 spending limit to $3,000 overall, which is great, especially when the category is like Amazon or something like that. I can always stock up on Amazon gift card, Uber gift card, Chipotle gift card, and stuff like that. But one difference from Freedom Flex is that it does not have any other extra rewards category like 3 times on restaurant, 3 times on, was it Freedom Flex? I forgot, but yeah, those extra um, one-offs, it does not exist, and the rest of it, I think it's just 1%. And compared to that, the OG Sapphire, the only multiples they have, I had to kind of dig through internet to find these numbers. But if my research was right, they only had 2% back on travel and then just 1% on everyone else. And obviously this also does not have extra stuff like Freedom Flex. So compared to that, 2% travel and 1% everything to rotating 5% category where I can kind of selectively use them, I think just Chase Freedom is a no-brainer here. So yeah, overall, today's video was about me downgrading Chase Fire Preffered into original Chase Freedom, and the reason being annual fees too high to be justified, and Freedom will enhance my Chase ecosystem by aiding the Freedom Flex category, and overall I think I can get more value that way. Alright, so that's everything I have today. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.